Numbers chapter 31. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Exact vengeance from the Midianites for the children of Israel. Afterward you shall be added to your people. So Moses spoke to the people, saying, Arm some of your men to stand in battle array before the Lord against Midian, to repay vengeance from the Lord on Midian. From all the tribes of Israel you shall send 1,000 from each tribe to stand in battle array. So from the thousands of Israel they counted 1,000 from each tribe, 12,000 armed for the battle line. Then Moses sent them 1,000 from each tribe with their army, and Phinehas the son of Eleazar, the priest, with the holy vessels and the trumpets for signaling in his hands. So they arrayed themselves in battle against Midian, as the Lord commanded Moses, and they killed every male. They killed the kings of Midian, together with their slain people, Evi, Zur, Rechem, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam the son of Beor with the sword, along with their slain people. They also took as plunder the women of Midian, with their households, their cattle, all their possessions, and they plundered their army. They also set on fire all the cities where they dwelt and all their unwalled villages. They took as well all their booty and spoils from man to cattle. Then they brought the captives, the spoils, and the booty to Moses, to Eleazar the priest, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, to the camp in the Araboth of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho. Then Moses, Eleazar the priest, and all the rulers of the congregation went to meet them outside the camp. But Moses was angry with the overseers of the army, with the captains over thousands and rulers over hundreds, who were coming from the battle line of the war. So Moses said to them, Why did you take every female alive? For on account of Balaam's counsel, they were with the sons of Israel, and caused them to depart from and despise the Lord's word in the incident of Peor, when there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore kill every male among all the little ones, and every woman who slept with a man, but keep alive for yourselves all the young girls who have not slept with a man. But you remain outside the camp 7 days, and everyone who killed or touched someone killed, both you and your captives, shall be purified on the 3rd day and the 7th day. Purify every garment, everything made of leather, everything woven of goat's hair, and everything made of wood. Then Eleazar the priest said to the men in the army who came from the battle lines of the war, This is the ordinance of the law, which the Lord commanded Moses. Besides the gold, the silver, the brass, the iron, the lead, and the tin, everything that can pass through fire shall be purified. Otherwise it shall be purified with the water of purification. Therefore, whatever cannot pass through the fire shall pass through the water. You shall also wash your clothes on the 7th day and be clean, and afterward you may come into the camp. Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the sum of the spoils of the captives from man to cattle, you and Eleazar the priest, and the rulers of the families in the congregation, and divide the spoils between the warriors who went out into the battle lines and all the congregation. And levy a tribute for the Lord on the men of war who went out to the battle lines, one soul of every 500 men, and of the cattle, the oxen, the sheep, and the goats. Then you shall take their tribute and give it to Eleazar the priest as firstfruits to the Lord. But from the children of Israel's half, you shall take 1 of every 50 of the men, the oxen, the sheep, the donkeys, and from all the cattle, and give them to the Levites who keep charge in the tabernacle of the Lord. So Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. The booty remaining from the plunder which the men of war took was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 oxen, 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 human souls, that is, the women who had not slept with a man. And the half, the portion for those who had gone out to war, was in number 337,500 sheep. And the Lord's tribute of the sheep was 675. The oxen were 36,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 72. The donkeys were 30,500, of which the Lord's tribute was 61. The human souls were 16,000, of which the Lord's tribute was 32 souls. So Moses gave the Lord's tribute, God's choice portion, to Eleazar the priest, as the Lord commanded Moses. Then from the children of Israel's half, which Moses divided from the men of war, that is, the half belonging to the congregation, was 337,500 sheep, 36,000 oxen, 30,500 donkeys, and 16,000 human souls. And from the children of Israel's half, Moses took one of every 50 from men to cattle and gave them to the Levites, who kept charge of the tabernacle of the Lord, in the manner the Lord commanded Moses. Then all those established in positions as commanders in the army, the captains over thousands and rulers over hundreds, came near to Moses, and they said to Moses, "Your servants took the sons of the men of war with us, and not a man of us is missing. Therefore we have brought a gift to the Lord, what every man found of articles of gold, bracelets, rings, armlets, and hair clasps, to make atonement for us before the Lord." So Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold from them, every crafted article. So every choice portion of gold, which they dedicated to the Lord, from the captains over thousands and rulers over hundreds, was 16,750 shekels. Now, each of the men of war had taken plunder for himself. So Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold from the captains over thousands and rulers over hundreds and brought these into the tabernacle of testimony as a memorial for the children of Israel before the Lord.